everyone, welcome to Otaku Saga. I'm DK.
I'm Rizzo.
And I'm Zero, and today in Anime Reaction watch the first episode of Drifters.
If you want to check out our reaction to the first episode of Drifters, hit that link in the description below.
And be sure to give us feedback in the comment section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga, and don't forget to like and share our videos.
And thanks for watching. So, Drifters.
Kota Hirano's big comeback.
And it's very good. It's very
quite
well written. I personally am not a fan of the artwork or the animation that much.
It's a very polarizing art style.
Well, I'm typically the type of anime fan that prefers things a little softer rather than
the sort of harsh outlines and everything.
Yeah. It's going to take me a little while to get used to, but you know, I have watched a lot of series with the harsh outlines and kind of the harsh features before.
Yeah.
So Hellsing, a little background on my anime history. Hellsing was the first anime that really introduced me to the adulterated content of anime. Like, it was Digimon, Pokemon, Hellsing.
Well, that escalated quickly. here we go, you know, nice PG adventures. The worst it gets is maybe like a little risque line here and there to, if you act now, there's still time for an old-fashioned suicide. Jan Valentine is my hero.
That's, I'm not sure which is worse because mine goes Digimon, Pokemon, Neon Genesis Evangelion. Depression.
Depression versus gore and vulgarity. It really depends, yeah. They're bad in their own way.
I don't know, Evangelion can get pretty bad at times.
Yeah, I guess, oh wow, now that I think about it, my path down the dark road of the otaku was a little more cheery, I guess more typical Pokemon, Gundam, Ninja Scroll.
So you more eased into it.
I'm more eased into it. You two just plunged into it.
I have friends to blame for that.
You're welcome.
So do I.
You're welcome.
You didn't give me Hellsing.
That is true, actually. Yeah.
But
anyway,
I'm used to this art style, and
Fair.
I love this. I love this art style.
Then again, it's unique. It's unique to Kota Hirano, and it works with his kinds of stories. There's a lot of gore, a lot of action. It's just a very rough world he lives in.
Yeah. So Drifters opens up on, what was it, October 1st, 1600.
The Battle of Sekigahara.
The Battle of Sekigahara, and we're following Toyohisa Shimazu. Who I guess is the son of one of the major players, I guess, in that battle. But so we get a very awesome, gory, fucking very well animated. I mean, all the bits are, you know, all the bits are smooth. Very awesome, large battle scene.
Just an awesome blood bath.
Like that's one of the better like actual large battle scenes that I've seen. That I saw.
But like the one from like Tales of Asteria was, I mean, you could definitely tell the difference between the two. This one seems more all the characters, they seem to have their own thing going on, not like
in Tales of Asteria we did actually like that battle scene, but especially because like afterwards you get the bit with, oh, nobody died. It's like, wow,
that was
so basically you're telling me that everybody in the battle was flinning, they call it, when you actually hit swords against each other, because you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to block another sword with your sword unless it's like desperate measure. So that was something made up for movies. That doesn't actually happen, which is what you see here. When people are, you know, swinging at people, they're not swinging at each other's swords. You know, they go center mass and they're fucking killing people.
And it's usually like this guy's
Toyohisa.
Toyohisa.
Yeah, Toyohisa. His fighting style is really up in your face.
Up in your face.
Well,
get
yeah,
the
it's
job
like
done.
it's like run as quickly as possible, jumping like don't give you enough time to even realize that he's coming.
Yeah,
Exactly.
But like the cut is usually going to be like right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Well, the difference between this battle scene and the one in Tales of Hysteria, I think in Tales of Hysteria they were trying to show the sheer scale of the battlefield, not necessarily any fighting. Here you're thrust right into the middle of the melee.
Yeah.
It does make it. It does hit you on a more personal level when you see Toyohisa going in and chopping heads off and just awesome.
Well,
it's a lot more focused on the awesomeness.
And then you see a lot of the kind of downsides of a lot of the armor that the foot soldiers wore in those days.
Well, like regular Ashigaru, it's basically just like lacquered paper.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, basically
It's not going to stop anything. What you see in this, like arrows are going through it, spears are going through it.
And
like
even
it's
worse, actually.
almost like it's paper.
And actually, I think until like World War I, this was actually the Battle of Sekigahara was one of the biggest gun battles in world history at that point. Mm-hmm. So yeah, what good's a musket ball gonna do? How much damage will a musket ball do?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's showing like arrows and whatnot, and then they start bringing out the musket. Well,
Or arbacuses.
yeah, I can't remember.
Is arbacuses or arbacusi? Let's see. What do you think?
Actually,
fuck up.
talking about paper armor, I think Mythbusters did a thing on that and actually proved that it was decently effective.
Yeah, but they didn't wear that thick of paper armor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not quite like they did
On Mythbusters.
On Mythbusters.
Now imagine that paper armor, but made on a budget.
Yeah. Yeah, especially considering that paper wasn't exactly plentiful. But yeah, so very light armor, lots of deaths. But then you also have to remember the foot soldiers weren't worth that much.
No, they're just conscripted farmers and peasants.
Yeah. So, towards the end of the battle, we have Toyohisa running away with his father, and then he basically turns to make a stand so that his father can get away. And Toyohisa stays behind to hold off, I guess, an enemy general.
You had to hold off the advancing Namasa clan.
Yeah.
Like one of the...
Stays behind with a group of about 10 musketmen, basically. And
What a hero.
that doesn't work out so hot, which you kind of expect considering it was like 10 dudes against what?
A cavalry, a full-on cavalry.
Maybe
brigade.
100 or so.
Yeah.
But we get to see Toyohisa's badassness because he just frickin' rushes in and challenges the opposing general.
Double kill, triple kill, overkill.
And then the troops get in between them, and he rushes in anyway, jumps up and gets stabbed through the chest with multiple spears, and then pulls out a gun and shoots the opposing general.
Bad
fucking ass.
And then, after the troops go to get the opposing general up, because he didn't die, the opposing general gets back up on his horse, and then you see Toyohisa get up, pull his spear out. It's like, come on. Opposing general's like,
retreat.
Fuck this shit, we're out.
Nope.
I almost died once today.
Yeah. Nope.
Get back here and give me your head.
Leave your head with me.
And then so afterwards we get a bit with Toyohisa trying to get back to Shimazu while he's bleeding out.
Kind of a long walk.
Yeah, kind of a long walk. And then he in one step it goes from like the forest at night to a pure white hallway.
This is the construct.
Yeah, basically, and it shows a bunch of doors on the shit. It's the Matrix.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The Matrix has him.
Yeah. Anyway, so it shows a bunch of doors lining the hallway, and then right in the middle is a dude at a desk reading a newspaper. By the way, if you saw
Smoking a
the
cigarette.
headline of the newspaper, it said the Battle of Sekigahara is finished or something like that. So basically, he's reading a newspaper that has printed the events of what time period he came from.
That is actually an interesting way for, I guess, any new arrivals here to kind of get a grasp on their situation. If not a little bit trollish.
Yeah.
But wait, what?
So then Toyohisa starts stepping towards the guy and then gets sucked into a portal.
Next.
I did like the scene right after that. He's like, next, and then you see what looks like an American soldier from Vietnam.
He's wearing Vietnam era gear for sure.
Yeah, wearing Vietnam era gear. You can really tell that it's trying to put up that image because he looks like a character from Full Metal Jacket. I mean, he has the cigarettes in his.
He looks like Animal Mother.
Yeah, he kind of does.
With the cutoff and everything.
Yeah, he really reminded me of Animal Mother.
Yeah.
Which was the character played by oh god, what's his name? Damn it! Gosh. I was gonna say it and then I just forgot.
Poof.
Yeah, poof. Right.
But anyway, so he wakes. Anyway, our guy. I'm gonna get his name eventually.
Toyohisa.
Toyohisa. Our guy Toyohisa. He wakes up in a field, or just shows up a field, and two elves come across him.
Now this is where it starts getting weird.
Well, at least it wasn't a dark room like most D&D campaigns out there.
So you wake up in a field and you're injured. You're come across by two elves.
They start speaking a language that you have no idea what it's how to translate it.
Oh shit, this is D&D.
What do? I bleed out.
Roll for initiative. 20.
Anyway,
All right, you bleed out quickly.
Anyway, the two elves, decide, I guess, to help him out and take him over to the other Japanese people that have been pulled into this world.
Well, they call them drifters, so title drop.
Yeah, they call them drifters. And we actually get a kind of strangely funny bit with them carrying him while he's bleeding out through the forest.
Another kind of signature of Hirano's art style. Serious. Comical. Serious.
And I mentioned it in the reaction. And his art style just has a way of spilling out as much emotion so simply. I mean, it's just that all it took was those 2 seconds.
Oh, he's so heavy.
And then back to serious.
Yeah, and then back to serious. So the elves bring him to this ruin, and then they're stopped by an archer guy whose name is Yoichi. Yoichi. I think it's a dude.
I think it's a dude.
I'm pretty sure it's a dude. It's voiced by a woman, but I'm pretty sure it's a dude.
Yeah, in one of the scenes I saw far too much tech for it to be a guy.
Yeah, he's very
big gal.
Yeah, he's very feminine looking, but I think it's a dude.
Yeah, it's
Yoichi Suketaka Nasu is the character's full name. Anyway, they're stopped by Yoichi, and basically they're like, "Oh, hey, we got another drifter. We decided to bring him over. Don't kill us, please."
Okay, thanks, bye.
Yeah, and then so Yoichi brings Toyohisa into the building, and off screen stitches him up, bandages him up.
Yeah.
And then we get Toyohisa waking up, and there's a mysterious figure sitting off to the side, and Toyohisa sees the clan seal behind him and goes to attack. And it's revealed that the mysterious figure is none other than Nobunaga Oda. Yes.
Yeah, a name that I will never forget.
Yeah, this is a character name that I will not forget.
Like,
Considering
ever.
it's featured prominently in a lot of historical anime
Yes.
and all history anime.
Anyway, they're kind of fighting, and then Yoichi breaks them up with a arrow in between them, and that hits the wall behind them.
The ultimate voice of reason.
Yes. And it's revealed that Nobunaga did not die at the attack on Honoji Temple, but he was trying to escape the attack, and then the same thing happened. He was running, and then he just one of his steps forward, he just zooms to the hallway. Now, what follows, I find really, really well done, well written, which is the part with Nobunaga basically questioning Toyohisa, because from Nobunaga's point of view, it's been 6 months since he left the normal world.
But from Toyohisa's, it's been, 18 years?
Yeah, it's been 18 years.
So, yeah.
So you get a lot with Nobunaga questioning Toyohisa on what happened after he left.
And what happened to, I guess, his various associates, and then his lover, and eventually his son.
Yeah, you kind of get a little bit of a sobering moment with his son.
That whole Fallout scene of the explanation was mostly fantastically done. Like the overreaction of Nobunaga screaming out of frustration because basically his entire empire was taken down.
Mm-hmm. You gotta remember, he was shogun of Japan.
Yeah.
All the practical power over the nation's military and everything, he had it.
But and then Toyohisa basically was like, yeah, he died. Yep, he died. Yep, they're gone.
She died.
Yep.
Dead.
And then finally,
dead.
Then the serious moment.
I like how it went from like the frustrating, over the top to
just about comical, really.
What about my son?
Yeah. Just that mood whiplash, but
and
it works
then,
so well.
Yeah, you get the bit with him, being,
just deadpan.
My son was foolish. He should have just run away at the first opportunity.
And just
yeah, kind of a really sombering moment. We also learned that Yoichi, when Yoichi reveals his name, it's revealed that Yoichi is from 400 years before Nobunaga and Toyohisa.
I'm going to find that I'm going to learn a lot about history.
Oh, yes.
Because after every episode, I'm going to be like,
who is this?
Okay, I know the names. I know the names of most of these people, especially when we're going through the freaking character list.
Oh, the character list, names that most audiences around the world have heard of. Which Cassie and the Sundance Kid are listed as characters: Joan of Arc, Rasputin, and Anastasia.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to get into that many spoilers, but
it's public knowledge.
It's just character names.
Anyway, so I decided that after you were like, yeah, he was actually a dude. I decided to look it up. He was actually famous for his actions at the Battle of Yashihima in 1184. Yep.
Interesting. I'll have to look up more about Yoichi. Anyway, so right after that, we get a little bit with a character from a much more modern era who is spying on these three.
Hiding under the modern day forest camo.
Yeah, forest camo,
off.
tarp or poncho, it kind of looked like.
But communicating through a crystal ball.
Yeah, communicating through a crystal ball to a dude who kind of had similar features.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get a bit showing an army marching.
And scene.
And that was pretty much it. Like I said, the story is really good. For me, the art style isn't something that I'm totally in love with, but it's something that I can look past or get used to.
That's okay, because again, Kota Hirano's art style is very polarizing because it is so damn rough. It's basically like an extension of the story instead of like a technically good art style. Even though I kind of like it myself.
And I actually think that the way that Hellsing Ultimate and the original Hellsing, the way that those two were done, art style wise, were polarizing in themselves. I think Hellsing Ultimate was way more over the top. But I'm used to this art style. I've seen both Hellsing Ultimate, Hellsing Dawn. What was it? Day of the Dawn or something like that. I think I've seen one other thing from it. I just don't remember what. But yeah, this art style, to me, just brings it home.
In case anybody's wondering, I've watched some Hellsing. I've never watched Hellsing Ultimate.
Yeah. I watched the original Hellsing series, a decent load of Ultimate, but I've read the manga all the way through.
So, I think that's about where I want to leave it off.
Yeah, I am definitely looking forward to next week's episode.
So let us know what you thought of this anime and what you thought of our reaction in the comment section below.
Yep, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't.
But that's going to do it for this episode of Anime Reaction. As always, I'm DK.
I'm Zero.
And I'm Rizzo. See you next time.
Hi everyone, Otaku Saga here, and we really hope you enjoyed this episode of Anime Reaction.
Yeah, and if you have an idea for an anime that you'd like to see us watch, leave a comment down below.
If you really like what we do, feel free to subscribe to our channel and visit our website at www.otakusaga.com.
And as always, thanks for watching.